Well, let's go ahead and get this guy out of here. To my allies, I'm alive. To my enemies, I lived. How's it going, everyone? Happy Monday. Hope everyone's had a less stressful weekend than I have. I mean, it was nice overall. Parents came in town, but when your house decides to just give up on you, you know it's time to take a break. So I've had a week and a half myself, so it has been crazy. But you know what? Got Slowpoke here. It's always good. We got ourselves a little Slowpoke bowl of water, and we've got ourselves our Slowpokes in the background. I mean, the hanging Slowpoke is currently not hanging, but that's okay. I hope everyone has been good and is excited to play some Talishar. I realize I did forget to set up Talishar because I was too busy setting up this guy who's going to be constantly in our corner, and he's a real-life representation of chat. You know? We got our real-life representation of chat over here. Say hi, chat. And he's just gonna hang out with us. This is me in 20 years. Why don't you sit down here? Oh. There we go. He's doing his best. He can only do so much. We're gonna just hang him up somewhere sometime. Ooh, I have an idea. Stick with me. This is funny. Okay. There we go. That went probably as well as it could have. And now I'm missing a nail. I think that was a good idea. There it is. Alright, found it. Found the nail. There we go. Put that there. Put that there. And we'll try it one. Oh. I'm doing okay. I promise. Where did I put that nail? There it is. Instead, we're just going to hang the flag back up. And you know what? You can just sit down in the corner because clearly you don't want to go there right now. Well, we tried. You can see he's still hanging out, but we'll grab him as we need him, not as he wants to be there, which is clearly apparent. I hope we're in for a good time. I want to find a few things before we start. Oh God, my hair's even worse right now. I'm just a little tired. Just a little tired. Had to spend all day outside, downstairs, running around, fixing an issue. It is what it is, but it's all good now. All right, so let's go ahead and go to what we would call the food. You know what I can do? Would y'all give me 2 seconds while I do something real fast? Because I always forget. I now know I can put my information out on Talishar. So let me go ahead, Fabrary. Let me go ahead and go to Tools, Content. We want to go to my account, Creator. I guess maybe it's not letting me do that right now. I'll do that after this stream then. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch over to this. Fantastic. So let's go here. Press F11 to get the full screen. Let's take a look at this. I do not think we are going to get the opportunity to look at the deck list I wanted to look at. I was really looking forward to seeing I think it ended up being 9th place Mario deck. Unfortunately, he did not make it all the way. What the heck happened here? We're going to take a look at that as well. Looks like on the 4th there was a Battle Hardened. So 2 days ago, where Arachne Huntsman was 2nd. That's kind of crazy. Lost only to Majin Bay. I wish I could ask him what the heck happened. But that is very unique. Is there any marionette on this page? No, there is not, which is truly a tragedy, I think. Let's take a look at this. Okay, what we expect in the equipment. Skill peeler for those reactions. I'm assuming that we will see, yep, so poppers, go again enablers. Yep. Oh, that's cool, because that does combo pretty well with Codex of Frailty. Well, this is incredibly unique. I did not know this was a thing that happened because I have been kind of away from keyboard for a little bit due to some IRL stuff. So I'm very intrigued by that. And I'm also intrigued by this Pallades list. But first and foremost, we need to go to our personal deck list. Let's just go ahead and delete this. This was for the video that I just uploaded today. That's how I like to find the list of cards for initial scrape through for what I'm going to use during the video. I really wish that we had the better deck list. I've noticed that inertia traps are kind of out, which is fine for a lot of decks. So I'm thinking that we'll probably drop those. I'm not sure if Wage Gold. I've noticed a lot of people playing Blanches over Wage Gold, so we're going to go ahead and edit that. Put those in the maybe. Put those in the inventory. And then the other thing that I've been interested in doing is adding a singular... Wait, no, that is Sea Assassin. What was it called? What is it called? Oh, gosh, it's a red card. So it shouldn't be hard to find. I know what the art looks like. Let's find the art first and foremost. It would have been in 2 then. Yeah, Death Touch. Okay, so we're going to put this in the deck, actually. And we are going to be... Because it's a really good target for a Codex, because you can dagger with the blue. And we are going to remove 1 inertia. And we're going to go ahead and try this deck list out, because I think that will be fun. If you are here just checking me out for the first time, welcome. If you've been here for a while, welcome as well. Actually, leave. Door is over there. You can just shoot. Especially if you're burst. Burst flames, if you're here, you can... I am kidding. I am kidding. Okay, so now we can go back to Classic Constructed because it is official that Super Slam is out. Last time I streamed, Super Slam was not yet out, and then a lot of stuff happened, and I just lost track of time. So we're going to go ahead and spin up a game of Classic Constructed. Whew, it's a little warm. Happens when half your house is exposed to the elements. Ooh, Victor Goldmane. Don't think you draw 1 card a turn off of your hero ability, and then normally you don't crack. You don't play a lot of blocks, so no reason for that. You do get that, so that could be good. And then we will put in 3 defense reactions. What do I take out? I'm gonna say good luck, have fun. Let's be fair. And oh, I forgot to. All right, remind me after this game. You don't play a lot of attack reacts. And then we are also going to take out the other inertia. And then we're going to go to Talishar. We're going to go to Profile, connect to Patreon, and if it's going to do that, we'll do that later. Okay. I thought that I could just click it and it would automatically connect, but you know what? We can't always get them. All right, what are you going to throw at me? This hand doesn't block very well, which is kind of one of the major issues right now. But it can block that. We'll go to the point and Scar Tissue. Because you're not marked, and I don't need to mark you. I mean, I'm going to be able to mark you with an up, sticks, and run. So here we'll do up, sticks, and run into the dagger for the mark. And now we've got some good art, graveyard. And you're going to clash. It is that. That's fine. We'll just discard that. Doesn't really matter. We're still going to hit you. It's still going to mark. That's actually pretty good. That makes me get 100% of use out of my hand. I would have... And then we'll just come in with the leave no witnesses. Think, oh! Defense reaction, Victor. Intriguing. Okay, so Seismic Surge. Spinal Crush. Then we could do... We could also just block 6 here. And then see what I draw off the top. Because there's no way you have a pummel here. And with the D-Reacts, I don't think you are going to be playing pummels. We'll see. In the worst case scenario, I will just play the card from my arsenal to get over, to assure the hit, to get the card. And then if it's a bad card, I can just tuck it into my arsenal at the end of the turn. It's another clash card. 5, 6, 7, 8. Kind of defeats the purpose of my intention. Spinal Crush, Test of Iron Grip. Interesting. Because if you do lose one of them, you can't re-go. All right, we'll see what you're cooking. Intriguing. I don't think it's worth the flick knives here, but I think we're just gonna let that fizzle out. We got... That's probably a mistake. Yeah, it would have been, because I would have gotten the Orb Weaver Spinner out, which would have been the best card for the draw. Wow. Okay, should have gone for it. Learn to live, I guess. Boulder Drop. Puts a card on the top of my deck. What are my options here? Bum, 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 bum. 4, 5, 6, 7 would prevent that. You're not floating for a thing. But I don't want to have to block, so I think what we'll do... Block, block. Take 3. We can do Tunic, Dagger. No, I think I'm just going to do this into Persuasive. This is a matchup. I play both these heroes, but I'm kind of intrigued by this matchup because I'm not used to playing against them. Okay, so we both missed. Destroyer Gold Reclash. Probably not, because you kind of want that on top. But actually you have to, because if this hits, I will be banishing it. Intriguing. Yep, okay. And then we get the trounce off of the top, which means you don't win the clash a second time, because Victor never wins twice. Staunch response, okay. Fantastic. We are ripping cards out of your deck. I know you fat decked me against me, but that's fine. Fantastic. Okay, so I need to get this out of the arsenal now. So we know that you have a block for 3 here. So we are going to do Savor Bloodshed into the dagger, pitching the shred. This is going to be in for 12 at the end of the day. Let's see how it works. Trounce. Go ahead and resolve the trounce. You win both. That's totally fine. We are then going to go to the point and Scar Tissue. These are why you flick your knives, Zach. Because he let the to the point connect, we are just going to follow that up with another dagger for 1. And then he's probably going to send something relatively nasty, but that's fine because I've got the Tunic Death Touch lined up. So let's go ahead and put that in the arsenal. Ooh. No on hit effect coming in for 6. Go again. Take the 6. What is it, my arsenal? And then 6. And then this is why we go 2, 4, 6. You are presenting a pummel, which I would assume you would have. So then we can do, if it's not a pummel, we are looking at 10 damage. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Send Kiss of Death, Flick Knife. But I'm missing a card in hand for that trigger. Instead, yeah, I think that's the right move here. Well, I mean, we can't play D-Reacts. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 has to be it, though. Just over blocking. We will choose Funnel Web, forcing you to make your decision. That's fine. I was hoping I could get the, if it was, I was hoping I could get it out of there. Coming for Kiss of Death, Death Touch for 6. That may have been a risky and high-rolly move, but we'll see. Listen, Tangerine LaCroix is amazing. Okay, we're getting 2 cards, so 3 cards. Fantastic. Okay, choosing to arsenal that. Millers. Take it, lose 1 card off the top. Don't really have a good way to go again currently. I think we take it. We'll lose the card. Cool. No one loses a card. Clash? Break your gold? No, it's not worth it to you? Oh, it is. Okay. Fantastic. So we are going to start by Leave No Witnesses. Flick a knife. Give it a go again. Pick up the point. Yes. Pay to retrieve the dagger. And then we're going to dagger. If it hits, we play Mark of the Black Widow. If it doesn't hit, we play the Kiss of Death. And that's just the scenario. Threaten a banish. How many of those are there? 2, 2. Okay, so really we're just worried about the trounces. Very block-heavy Victor. Alright, now we can start shredding that armor. Yes. I would like to banish a card with that. There we go. Oh! Block-heavy turn. Oh god, if you have a CNC, I'm gonna be devastated. Well, we know what that is, or at least we're relatively sure. So that's going to be full block here into... Okay, we'll take it. Not bad. Not fantastic, but also just not bad. So come in with 3 on hit, go again. Nope, no on hit, go again because I'm trapdoor. Make them think I have a lot of reactions, which I've got 1, which is nice. Better than 0. Huh. But I don't think it's enough. Not enough to get what I need. I think I'm going to lose this game just off of pure value. And I also think I need to revisit this deck. I'm not sure what the current meta is looking like, but we shall see. Okay, so you're going to block 6. Fantastic. Peck perfect. Okay, so I'm getting 2 good cards. We're going to give it go again. And then we're just going to come in for 3 here. Technically 4. Technically. Sure, all my volume controls are up and correct. They should be. Of course, you're going to let it hit, so that way you don't... Yep, and then this is coming in for 6. Lose and can't... Haha! So you were bluffing the entire time. In fact, that's an awful Arsenal target, and my sincerest apologies. Pick up the point. We could do... How bad? I do think we block it. Undo block. I think we just block 3. Undo block. We block 3 like this. And then we can do dagger. Then we do pick up the point. Whoa, we hit 4 for a second, y'all. And then we do persuasive prognosis for 2. Let's see what they block with. Give them a strange opportunity. Make them think, what is it that I have in my arsenal? We'll take the extra 2 block and the -1 value from the ability trigger. And the transform. Yeah, I was about to... Yeah, so you think I've got the +3 in the arsenal. We love to see that. We love to see that. And then we'll just say, okay, I'm happy. I'm content with that. And then, no, refuse the trapdoor trigger because... Oh, come on. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. This is create a gold. If this was played... Okay, so we do have to block this. What am I looking at here? I can sink below, sinking the toxin. I can also just block with the toxin because I haven't flicked a knife, making it worthwhile. This also doesn't have go again. On hit, draw a card. On hit, 3 damage. Otherwise, the options are dagger. Okay, so yeah, we sink below them. All right, we'll let you go ahead and see if you have any reactions. We will then go do that. And, oh, hold on. Sorry. We are going to sink the Tarantula Toxin. Start with a dagger for 2. For 1. Doi. It's always 1, y'all. It's always 1. Ugh. I gotta tell you, it's been a long time. Get that tunic tick. Come in for a CNC for 6. And they are at D react heavy, so this actually does have relevant text. Now, I don't know if Victors are all D react heavy lately. Because if... Okay, so that's a block. I'm assuming it's going to be the one that sucks. It is not, because that would have been worse. Okay, destroy your shield? Definitely not. Oh! Okay. And then we'll go ahead and move that to Arsenal. 3 on hit, draw a card. Go again. I think the right choice here is block that for 3. Okay, so there is a line here. So it's that, flick a knife. tech plating into 13, 10 overpower? Just 7. Okay. I respect it. We shall start with a measly dagger for 1. Trounce, go ahead. We shall then flick the knife. Then we will do an Orb Weaver Spinneret. This is going to come in for 5, leaving me 2 floating for a CNC. Okay, so they're going to full block this, which means they think I have the CNC in Arsenal, which I don't. 3/6, okay. This is going to be a clash. No one controls an aura. I don't win because I'm never going to win a clash, and I'm just content with that at the moment. And then we are going to go for a measly Codex of Frailty. And it is true, this is probably where you crown a Providence. So I'm wondering, is Command and Conquer the right choice here? Because if you're just going to crown a Providence this, what have you got for me? That's the real question. It really depends. So you threw away. I think we do just choose Death Touch here. Because then we can hit them with the, unless they send a 0 for 3. What card did you choose? Cool. Boulder Drop coming in for 3. We're going to send Death Touch, put an Inertia Trap, Inertia Token under you, and I should be very happy with that. Oh yeah, I forgot. Doi. You still might choose the Inertia, though. Force you to either keep a dead card in your hand. Put that on the bottom. Put that in the arsenal. Coming in for 4. Nope. Miller's Grindstone for 4. Okay, so you did draw a blue. Less than perfect. Go down to 11. What is my next turn? It is definitely going to be pick up the point. Do I have enough to like pressure some amazing damage here? That's the real question. Definitely. But the question is how? We'll see. Okay, so I think we just go ahead and take the 4 because I need the cards in my hand. Okay, so you get rid of a go again. That's totally fine. You are definitely going for a very quick trying to kill me fast. So we are going to do pick up the point. Fantastic. Into this for 1. Totally fine. Into a Savor Bloodshed. Into a Kiss of Death for 7. So it seems. Okay, so that's a block 1 with chest. So we are then going to do a few maneuvers here. First, we're going to flick this. Let that hit to mark. Give it +4. However they resolve is fine. Come in for 1. Get you down to 2. Well, you can block with your arms, I suppose. Electrum, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry I didn't see that. I've been so locked in. I'm normally better at talking to chat than I did right there. How are you doing, man? Hope all is well. You know what does suck here? What really sucks is not having a way to get go again. So I think it's going to be. We can do Orb Weaver Spinneret, Pitch, Surgical Extraction, but I think the right choice is Orb Weaver Spinneret kept, Pitch into Surgical, Shred, Arsenal. Yeah, I think that's right. We're going to do Pitch into Surgical. And then they're going to need a block with at least 2 cards from hand, because they can do the Quick Dodge Flex. Yep. Fantastic. Trounce is fine. Oh, buddy. Oh. Okay, so then we're going to flick a knife your way. Get you down a little bit lower. Get that shred out of Arsenal. Just get that out of Arsenal. And then Arsenal the Orb Weaver Spinneret and hope that my next hand has a lot in it. Because I kind of need a lot in it. That's a lot in it! That's a block. Let's see what they got for me. And I know I've got one more Orbs Weaver Spinneret, so I can actually fatigue myself to get them down to 1 life. Because I don't think they're running any life gain at the moment. The only thing I'm really afraid of is next turn, which would be like 17 overpower. This is probably coming in for 7. A 6 go again. That's interesting. We'll go here and here. Block 6. 4. I think we take the 4. Because we're not too sad about losing. Yeah, okay. We lost a sink below. That's kind of good, actually. Go here. Use the Tunic Tick. Save the resource. Save the card in deck. Come in for 4. So we are looking at... Oh, actually, that would have been fantastic on the off chance that they had Golden Sun, which is likely. So we're looking at 10 overpower, which means that we can need a block 6. 10, 13 overpower. So we need 1 defense reaction. And we Translate Toxin. D-React? Staunch response. Okay, so now what we're looking at is hammer for 7. Which is essentially what I just threw at you. So I'm okay with that. Arsenal this. Sweet. You can go block 3, 6. Block 6, take 1. Oof. We can block the 7 here, because I don't think we're going to use Tunic again. And I think I want to Arsenal this, so... The issue is I need to... Yeah, okay, so we block 6 here, Persuasive, Flick not... Orb Weaver Spinneret, Flick the Persuasive. Yeah, so that's what we have to do here. Okay, we have the answer. So we go 3, 3, 6... Fantastic. Orb Weaver Spinneret, Persuasive Prognosis. Six. Flick Knives, get them down to 1. Logically speaking, at this point, if they do have a Golden Sun in hand, they're playing very safe around any buffs. I could give it. But honestly, playing the Orb Weaver Spinneret kind of gives away what I'm going to do here. So there we go. Flick the knife. Deal 1 damage. I need to keep the blue. CNC for 6. Okay, block that for 6. Oh no, Electrum, I'm sorry. Is it Twitch or is it my stream? Because there, it says my stream is excellent. I'm so sorry, buddy. There we go. We got it in the end. Send a message. Good game. Good game. All right. Let's put the none of my command. Oh, do you know what? I know what I did. I tried to add a new command on OBS, and because okay, I think I may have messed up my stream board. I'm gonna be back in 2 minutes. I need to use the bathroom, and then I need to set up my Patreon on Talishar because it did something weird. Please stand by. Awesome. I'm going to be right back. Just give me like 30 seconds. I have a funnier idea. This would be funny if he wants to sit. Better. All right. Talk to him like he's me. Mr. Bones is dead. I'm back now. I've destroyed him like I destroyed Gravy Bones in this meta. Electrum, you're 1,000% right. Listen, I destroyed Mr. Bones like I destroyed Gravy Bones in this meta. When I started the stream, I had him here, and I picked him up, and I did the exact same thing. I slammed him to the ground. And I said, to my allies, I'm alive, and to my enemies, I lived. Which is still how I feel. All right, well, that was a great first game. Let's go ahead and make sure that this still works. Oh, come on. What happened? Hold on, please. What the heck? Okay. Yeah. So it did make the sound, but I have a counter that's supposed to increment and decrement depending on how many wins and losses and I built it. I know the code. I wrote it. I don't think OBS is currently talking to my Stream Deck. So do you know what I'm going to do? Instead of restarting OBS, because that would be an entire thing, I'm going to restart. Words are hard, everyone. Words are hard, and I feel like I'm going crazy. I'm going to restart my Steam Deck. Steam Deck's what I've got over there. Stream Deck's what I've got here. Okay. Restart the sentence. I'm going to restart. Yeah, exactly. 6 more years for me over here. All right. Okay. This is fine. I need a pen and paper. The stream is going phenomenally. Here's my pen. Okay. So current, I got it. I'm figuring it out. We're doing this the old-fashioned way. Got it. Wait. There we go. We got it. We're there. Everyone, if you ask for the current score of how many wins and how many losses, fuck it, we'll do it live. Let Mitch, we are doing horrible, man. Horrible. This has been the most haphazard stream in my entire life. But we are getting there. We've got Mr. Bones dead on the floor. You know what? The only game I would have Mr. Bones play is my Reinhardt deck that's goals to kill yourself, because he's already dead and it would make perfect sense. But we are doing it. We are going live. We're doing another round. Oh. We are 1-0. All right. Let's tone down the chaos. I mean, I'm playing a chaos deck, but let's tone down the chaos a little bit. I know my hair's all messed up and I'm sweaty, but we're getting there. I like how the emoji doesn't show up on my stream. Everything's messed up. I took 2 weeks off for personal reasons, and I come back. Okay, wait. Electrum, have you seen my Reinhardt deck, though? This is a deck I made. Yeah, listen, I will always be a Mario cope. It's not even cope. Mario is good. Let me show you. I don't think I've ever shown it on stream, but if you've been watching Scowling Fleshbag for a while, Hero Reinhardt, you might have seen it ages ago. Where is it? There it is. Okay, this is Reinhardt Speedrun Death. And we do have to edit this with the new set that came out. The only point of this deck, is to get a beast within and kill yourself with it. And then if you do it correctly, and you do it with no beast withins left in the deck, in fact, here's what I can do, right? We can move 2 of these into inventory. So if you do it correctly with no beast withins left in the deck, by the way, what happens? You increment your life counter infinitely, and it's hilarious. It is funny. So the entire point of this deck is to draw as many cards as you can. In fact, there's better hats for this now. There are better hats for this now. Let's remove the Brute and go Head. Yes, Mario is the best assassin. Except for this, which happened, apparently. This was a rank 2 Arachne Huntsman. In a Battle Hardened. I love that. Okay, so now that we've all seen my Reinhardt meme deck, and we are all calmed down. We've all taken a second, recollected ourselves, subscribed to the channel. We're all back at the base. We can go ahead and try another game and have some fun. Yes, Mitch, please post your spice. I would love to see your Slippy spice. We'll take a look at Mitch's Slippy spice real fast first. If you're okay with showing it on stream, of course. If you're not okay with showing it on stream, I can take a look at it later with Mr. Bones. Currently in a bone pile. I'm going to grab him. Oh. He's, you may, and, the idea, it's, I'm not happy about who designed it because it was, GPT. It was AI. And I would love to one day get a legitimate one, but at the moment it is GPT. But the idea was that I wanted a logo because my channel used to be Bloodborne themed. I did a lot of Bloodborne content. Bloodborne's my favorite game of all time, video game of all time, and I want to get it redone. I just don't have the disposable income to get it professionally done, which is truly sad. But once I do, I will let you know who does it. But at the moment, I just, A, don't have the income for that, and B, it is what I'm using right now. It is not a permanent fixture. It is just what I've got there. I've got some friends who say they will be working on one for me. Mr. Bones is, oh no. think Mr. Bones might be permanently damaged. But Mr. Bones is depressed and saddened by this as a fact. But we take what we can get. And we set this up as best we could. Before this, it was bad. I mean, I did some tweaking to it, but I'm in no way an artist myself. But, like I said, I do sincerely apologize for that. Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm not happy about it. It's what I had to do in the moment. And if anyone ever asks, I will not claim that I made it myself or did someone. I will tell the honest truth. And eventually one day I will get a real logo by a real artist. That is the goal. But like I said, listen, I just had to, my basement's getting redone because I had a flood this weekend. So let me get some money for that. Let's take a look at this. This is a normal dagger. Oh, I see what you see by that. You know what? True. I've been working on a few, but I do like what the design initially did. Like I like the tricorn hat. I did specifically say that, but I do need to get it redone. So it does look like a Flick Knives build with a bunch of retrieve. Well, not bunch. Interesting. Mitch, do you find the tarantula toxin without? Well, I guess you do have stealth, but I don't see. You've got the 3, not the blue ones. I find that interesting. I would be adding the blue orb weaver spinnerets as well. But oh wait, you know what I haven't looked at? Your inventory. So you do have 2 daggers in your inventory. Yeah, Nerve Scalpel is definitely the right choice here in the current meta. We're going to change to the more action-oriented playlist. I love Plague Hive. Listen, man, if it wasn't for the fact that Plague Hive isn't currently meta, I would be playing it. That and Schism of Chaos. Plague Hive is just so much fun. I love rolling and seeing what my opponent gets. Good times. Yeah, this seems like a good Slippy deck. I like the stealth cards you've got there. I'm surprised you don't have the new ones that steal items in the sideboard. Yeah, that is true. That combo is good. I like the idea. Codex of Frailty. First, pitch Plague Hive into Dagger. Codex of Frailty. Obviously, you hope you don't get a Frailty token. Into a Codex of Frailty. But the thing is, this would be my combo. Choosing Death Touch, so that way you get all 3 tokens on your opponent. Of course, then you don't have Go again. But it's still funny. Yes, I do like that. I do like that. I think Overcrowded and Assassin is underrated, and I need to retool my deck to get that in. Because the idea is that you are already putting so many tokens on your opponent, I just don't think you're putting enough on yourself. But that seems fun. I do like the list, Mitch. I like what you're cooking here. I like what you're cooking. Alright, let's go back to another game with everyone's favorite Mario. Hey, Victor! Let's go! We take these out. We put that in. We put 3 of these in. And we take out 1 inertia. Yeah, very true. Very true. It is, I mean, any time that you get it to, like right here, it'd be amazing. We are just going to put these in the graveyard. Yes, please let me get 2 cards I really want in my graveyard. What? Okay. Okay. That's fine. So normally, as someone who played Victor in the past, I would say Authority in this matchup does not make sense, at least personally. No! Oh, no! Oh, that hurts. Because I personally just think that Authority in this matchup, he's not blocking too much. What do I do here? I could do block 3, take 1, lose 1 card from the top of my... Oh, no, wait, no, that's 8. Block 3, take 5, go down to 35, lose 1 card, pay into the backside, dagger into Codex of Frailty. Yeah, that's probably fine. Yeah, okay, that's totally fine. We'll do pain in the backside. Because personally, I don't think that you are essentially having a lot of D-reacts in this matchup because a lot of the cards are blocked. Yeah, yeah, I saw that last game. Exactly. Yeah, and I agree, Mitch. Frailty does only suck into Verdance. And that's why Codex Frailty is one of the best cards ever printed. Getting 4 block from armor. Yes, they should have been playing the other one. They should have been playing the Crown of Dominion. D-React? Oh, no. Just giving it to me. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Can I threaten enough for this to be worthwhile? Doom, 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 doom. I block 4. I could also just take 3. Then we could do pain in the backside, savor bloodshed, dagger, flick knife, dagger, shred. Yeah, we'll do that. Listen, I love the classical daggers, okay? They are so much fun. Okay, so you are just going to be literally... This is the more value-centric Victor I'm expecting, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, true, true. I wish this was a regicide. Lovely. Oh! Ha ha! Break your gold! Break your gold! Yeah, that's fair. Don't break your gold! Stop! What are you doing? And then we'll just shred the tectonic plating because it's the same value either way. Mr. Bones! Oh! He's kind of lost his head. Gotta ask him what he thinks about this match. Not good for me. And then we are just going to... Well, the question is, I think we do pick up the point, paying the 1 to retrieve the dagger. I've got bad news for Mr. Bones. I don't think he's long for this world. Wait, hold on. What happened? Did I paid the 1? Okay, whatever. That's going to be... Can't play attack action cards with 3 or less base power during their next action phase. Not too afraid of that. Can do up sticks and run into dagger and then into CNC, which I think is probably the right move here. Dude, me either. Me either, man. Oh, yeah, no. Victor... I love me some Victor gaming. We're going to say yes to that. We're going to pay into the dagger to re-equip the dagger. Then we are going to... Oh, we've kind of got a dagger here. We'll go no arsenal. Fantastic, you are marked. We'll then go, hey, Tunic Tick, into Command and Conquer for 6. Let's grab those 2 cards from your hand, please. Or most of your equipment and a card from your hand. Let's see what that arsenal is. No, I wholeheartedly agree that he is currently the best he's been in a while. Oh yeah, of course I'll do that. Let's see what we got. 4, 5, 6, 7. And oh my god, in the inertia trap. 4, 5, 6, 7, take 3. Let's go ahead and just do that. And then we'll go sync. We will refuse the sync trigger. That's okay. Mr. Bones is stuck to my chair because he's mad I broke his head. We will go ahead and do Savor Bloodshed into a dagger for 1. 5, because I did Savor Bloodshed, which is exactly what I wanted. No need to react here. And then we'll just come in for a Market Black Widow for 3. Threatening discard on hit. Perfect, yep. Arsenaling the Orb Weaver. I could have probably pumped that up to 6, but that's totally fine. 6. Ooh. Cast Homes is huge, yeah. You could lose this. Dagger, flick, this. It is, but it's a blue block 3 that works with Shred. I really don't hate it too much. I got a Death Touch, which is pretty good. If Tunic was up, I would be super happy about that. So he is going to essentially decimate me next turn. So we're going to start by flicking a knife. Applying the mark. Passing. Orb Weaver Spinneretting. Coming in for 5. Oh, God. That's going to hurt. Well, that's why we have this. Oh, thank God. Woo! Double miss! Double miss! It saved us! We'll let them pass as they pass, and then we'll go to this, choosing a... Probably the leave... I mean, definitely the Leave No Witnesses, because it's going to force you to block with shield, and then 1... Oh, okay. Wait, what? Ambush. Yep, Overcrowded is an ambush card. We'll take a D-React. Yeah, we'll just overblock by 1. It might have been, but yeah, we'll take that over that. Yeah, I have no idea, and I'm just going to be passing back to try and get this exact hand. Okay. Okay. Let's see what they send my way, because I am content. Oh, sure. Oh no, they are punished for that. Trust me. I want to make sure I'm doing this the right way, though. Okay, okay, so we'll let those resolve. Go ahead and draw your cards. Okay, we missed on the last one. To the point. Into Spinneret. And then there's no I mean, why not? That's fine. So you are going to full block this, but that's totally fine by me. Yep. 1000% you're right. Just take their entire freaking hand. No, not the stream. Did the stream go down for a second? Flick the Kiss of Death. Apply the damage. Okay, we're back. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on with the internet. It is just sometimes crazy like that. Okay, so now we just need to keep the tempo rolling with that. We can do that. Might be a little awkward. Okay, so here we'll do dagger. No blocks. Block with Peck Perfect, that's fine. Surgical extraction. And here is where I like surgical extraction. Take 2 cards this turn. Move to Arsenal. What you got for me? Break a gold, draw a card, draw 2 cards because it's Tropal. If you... Well, how many cast homes do you have left? No, you have none. Okay. No, it's a Crush of the Week, apparently. So that's 7. So we can block 6. Dagger, Stains. Yeah, that's fine. Take 1. Coming for 1. Coming for 1. Flick the first knife. Coming for 5. This is Kingdom Hearts, the 13th Struggle. So, what I've currently got, and I can link this. Actually, I'll probably create a link to it later. Is I think the right choice here is leave no witnesses. Even though I really want to be greedy with a this will grab nope, just the 1. Okay, so I will take the Arsenal card. So I will create a list for this playlist, but this is currently playing is Kingdom Hearts, which is good. C and C for 6, cool. Fantastic. Then we will just do Talishar for 9. Well, not 9, but enough. The other option is to do Mark the Black Widow, but you're not marked, so it has to be cancel that. Nope, that was the wrong choice. I might need that later. Yeah, I will end up. If he doesn't have a D-React, that's game, everyone. Let me grab him. You were wrong, Mr. Bones! You were wrong! And let me say good game. Well, we're done with this one. And we can move to the next one. We are currently 2-0, undefeated, 2 victors, 2 wins. I need to fix all of my software. Okay. That was... I think I'm being a little crazy. We've got time for at least one more game. Let's see if it's another victor. If it is, that's okay by me. Let me take a drink out of the Slowpoke. Yeah, that was an incredibly greedy end. I mean, it worked out in my favor. I ended up killing him, so I will not blame his. I will not belittle his greed. Boy, that's a card in Flesh and Blood, so I should know what that word is, shouldn't I? Good game to my opponent. That was fun. That was very. Do you know what? Can I? Yeah, I can do it like this, right? I'm not sure if this will allow me to post because I know YouTube is very finicky about links. But if you're interested in the playlist I'm currently listening to, I may have made a mistake because if I share that, you might be able to edit it. And then you might be able to add non-DMC free music and get me in trouble. Which, please don't do that. For the love of gosh. No! Stop! Bad! What are you doing? Delete message. Ban user. I thought they fixed the botting problem. What are these? Twitch, get your stuff together. See, this is why I like YouTube. I don't get the issues with this over on YouTube. Twitch botter. Just guy says, hey, if you want free views, go to this URL and get those views. I don't need free views. I'm not doing this for anything but fun. Think I put this much effort into my entire setup if I didn't just do it for fun? Ugh, crazy. Okay, moving on to the next one. Oh, gosh. WTR is no longer supported. Guys, I've got bad news for Talishar. I don't think the cards are supported in this format anymore. I don't know what happened here. Oh, I tried to put in the spot of I tried to put in the playlist instead of my deck list. How did I do that? Crazy. Yes, the ban user button is a strong tool, Electrum. It is a very strong and fun tool. Let's see who my next opponent is, y'all. Oh, hey, Mitch! Okay, buddy. Oh, okay. I see you. Let's just take a... No. I'm going to close that out before I get tempted at looking at the deck list. In the mirror match, we do want the lair of the spiders in the inertia trap. Well, also... Well, you're doing those daggers, so we'll take those out. We'll take this out. I think we're going to take those blues out. I don't want to, but it's fine. I don't think Ataya's right in this matchup. I don't know if Slippy plays a lot of D-reacts. And then finally we're going to take out Death Touch, and that's going to be the 60. This may be a mistake, but we're going block heavy here, y'all. Oh no, I am going first. Oh no. Cut from the same cloth. You are marked. We'll go this. For 5. Yes it is. Yes it is. And this is also one of their songs. And then we're just going to get over by just a tad. Just a tad. And then we're just going to move from here. And we're just going to move on to the arsenal this turn. Oh, baby. Oh, I love to see that. Okay, let's see what they throw my way. Okay. Must have been a mistake. Pain in the backside, we shall say... No blocks. The issue I'm currently facing is a lack... So D-React's now block 1 less. Clever. We are going to say... Doop, doop, doop. What is the right move here? I think it's probably just block 3. Well, I don't want the... Okay. And then we'll just inertia trap you. I know you're not going to Arsenal this turn, but... Ooh. Okay, we'll take the 1 here. We will then come in for an up sticks and run, flick knives. No, because that puts me... If I had drawn a blue here, this hand would be amazing! We'll just do a pick up the point. Yeah, it doesn't matter because I would have gotten hit for that Blood Rot Pox regardless because of the effect. And then just come in for 1 and force you to either block or... And he can't block with black text because he's a piercing. Oh no, I did that wrong because it's supposed to be, you're supposed to push it down. Okay. That's fine. We got you remarked. We'll fall off as Tarantula. Oof. I think we're gonna do Mask of Deceit into yeah. So this is going to come in for 6 now, so it is going to hit. So ironically, I want the top card in my deck to be Codex of Frailty. Take that leave now. Yep. Sweet. Okay, so I IP'd you for 1, so we're going to do Cut from the Same Cloth. Wait, actually, sorry. We're just going to dagger you for 1. My bad. I'm still going to run Cut from the Same Cloth, and it's not going to matter because you're going to be marked. I just don't want to do it on my first hit. I apologize. I'm apologizing for that mistake. Then we will do Cut from the Same Cloth. Remark you. I forgot. Yeah. So actually, in this matchup, it's been so long since I played against a Slippy. So I think in this matchup, the goal needs to be to get out of Talishar for as soon as you can, because your deck is not meant for that. Okay, so you're gonna do 4. Take 4, and then I'm just going to move to arsenaling this. And I don't think we're going to block here. Yeah, that's fine. We'll let you go ahead and banish the top card in my deck. We're going to try and race you down. That's pretty good, but I'm not marked, and you're not playing a marked deck. This is banish the top card, and then a card from my graveyard that shares a color. Currently do not have a lot of go again in my graveyard, so I'm okay with that. Okay. Here we've got a pretty interesting turn. So we're going to do Feindale Spring Tunic, sorry, Mr. Bones. Then we're going to do Savor Bloodshed, just get it out there so that way we can pump this Talishar up. 5 go again off of the ability of Slippy, which allows me to get go again. We're then going to do Scar Tissue. And I was initially going to do a Tarantula Toxin here, but I think I'm going to save it for the Mark of the Black Widow. Because then what we're going to do is we're going to come in for a Mark of the Black Widow for 2. And then let's see what they block with. Crown of Providence. We're then going to do Stains of Redback. And then we are not going to do Tarantula Toxin because that's a really good arsenal target. Unless you do that, which in that case, we will Tarantula Toxin. Look, I've got my Just a Nick at home. Well, if I did 1 more damage over that, it would be Just a Nick at home. I've got... Then in that case, this is Timu Just a Nick. That's what this is. Timu Just a Nick. They can resolve however they like. Let's see. Oh, gosh. Ah, I forgot to flick my knife. Okay. Ugh. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, 3 on hit. Banish a card from my hand. That shares the color with the top card in my deck. We have currently seen 1 blue card. I mean, it's pretty obvious that you would just... So, you're going to banish this no matter what. You've also got this, so you're going to hit that with that if I block. So no matter what, you're going to banish a card from my hand. Okay. Blue. That's red. Why did that not banish a card? Oh, you draw a card. Oh, never mind. Never mind. It's just looking to banish a red card. I thought it was that. Okay, so you're going to flick the other knife, and then you're going to send Codex, choosing... What'd you choose? Infiltrate. I will choose Mark of the Black Widow, and I will discard... Against my better judgment... I don't want to discard any of these because they all work together so well. Orb Weaver Spinneret. Take the 6, go down to 6, and then hope you get a useless card on the top of my deck. You do not! Oh, God! Oh, yes. Oh, OMG. Dude. I just took off my glasses. That is insane. How many? Was that the last one, though, right? No. Yeah, it almost was. Wow. Well done. What a move. Oh, wait. No. Okay. Oh, my gosh. I think we just go 2-4. Oh, wait. Because reactions. Ah! Ah! Oh, my gosh. Okay. Go ahead and get your ponder. Ha! You fell for the oldest trick in the book. Knife throw! I will say, sure, I will tell you that story about when Crucible just came out. I used to play Magic a lot, but I got out of it years before Fab came out, because there are other things currently going on, and I just couldn't afford it. And then I finally got a little bit more... No, because then I would not have been able to mark you. No, I wouldn't really call myself an MTG refugee because I got out of it core 2020. 2019 probably is more accurate. So I was out of Magic long before what is currently going on in the Magic space, I guess. This is fine. I don't have any D-reacts. I stopped playing Magic just because I couldn't afford to. I didn't have the free time. Then I got the free time again after I was more integrated with my current work. So this is going to be block 6. Oh yeah, block 5. Reactions work. Yeah. This has been an awful game. Alright, you can have these. No. We'll just keep playing. This has nothing to do. Emil, I was just playing Gravy so I could learn how to play Gravy. Yeah, I got out long before universes was a thing. Not because I smelled anything wrong, just because it was just what was happening. And then when Rudy started introducing Flesh and Blood, I was watching Rudy a lot because I was like still looking for that card game niche. Yeah, that's game. Yeah. GG. All right, let's wait for Mitch to get back so that way he can laugh at how bad I did at this. So two things. Emil, yes, I'm back onto. I know that I started streaming via Gravy, but honestly, to me, Mario's always been where it's at. It's glad to have you back though. Yeah, so I started playing Flesh and Blood not because of what Rudy was doing, but I was watching Rudy at the time. Because I just need that kick and I like watching box openings. I like opening boxes. It's fun stuff. Initially, I was apprehensive when Alpha came out, and I didn't actually get into it for many reasons. And then one day I was going to do my LGS. The exact reasoning was I was looking to sell some Magic cards to make some extra income. And then they introduced me into Flesh and Blood, and I thought it was unique. So I went to one or two events, ended up really getting into it. This was 6 years now, maybe 5 years ago. And I've loved it ever since. I've been to an armory, I'd say, at least every month, if not at least every other week since I've done it. Flesh and Blood, I just like the mechanics. I love the community, especially my local community. A lot of my locals are the card guys. Yeah, that infiltrate value was insane, Mitch. Very good game. So I've got like 3 or 4 locals who are part of the Card Guys team. They've all been playing for a while. I've been playing with them for years now at this point, especially Will Bradshaw, really close friend. Andrew Cook, funny story. And we'll get to that in a second. So this is just a quick story time. With the Card Guys there and then learning how to play in the community was fantastic. It came at a really important time in my life where I just needed something else to do outside of work and home. And it was perfect, and I've loved it ever since. And I always said that I've always been a lore guy. I remember growing up playing World of Warcraft, watching Noble76 videos. Yeah, Cook's great. Well, and Fizz, how's it going? Thank you for chatting. I'm glad you're joining us. Hey, I will. Hold on. First of all, Emil, I don't know if I've shown you this. Oh, I gotta go into my bag of mysteries. Hold on. Arachne deck. Bill, if you think that I'm not a Muscly Victor player, I want you to tell me, I want you to explain to me what this is. I have been a Guardian player for years. And when I went to one of my first Battle Hardens in Atlanta, because I don't travel outside of the state often, not for legal reasons or anything, I'm just lazy. I got this by trading in like half a collection. This is a first edition tectonic plating. It is beautiful. This is my Crown of Dominion I picked up for $60 when Dromai LL'd. And the rest of this is this deck I lovingly call Daddy's credit card. This is my Victor deck. It is perfect. Yeah, I know. It was a yeah. So it's actually really funny. The event that I picked it up at for that much was the event Dromai LL'd. Yeah, the event Dromai LL'd at. I got it there. Because she had LL'd, and I had literally just picked up the tech plating that week. And I was like, I need a Marvel Crown of Dominion, but like right now it's like sitting at like 9120. Dromai LLs, and people are like trying to get rid of their Crown of Dominion because it was the day she LL'd. So I go to one of my friends, and I'm just like, you want to sell me that for $60? And he goes, yeah. It was a good time. Yeah, Andrew Cook is one. It's a really funny story, actually, how I know Andrew Cook, because I know him from before Flesh and Blood. I used to do this. One of the things I used to do is I was a part of this D&D group, and we've kind of split apart, and that makes me kind of sad. But we would do D&D axe throwing, and our local axe place would hold D&D events, and then you would also axe throw. Had a board and like the better you threw, the higher your roll was. It was a lot of fun. It was not balanced in any way, but it was fun. Andrew and I ended up going to that accidentally at the same time before he started playing Flesh and Blood. And so when he showed up for a pre-release, I think it was Aria. It would have been Aria, or was it Outsiders? It was one of the two. I looked at him and go, huh, I know you. And that was before he started playing. But he's a great guy and a really good friend. All the card guys are. They're all fantastic. If you haven't had the opportunity to meet them, I suggest you do. They're great people. But yeah, so that's how I got into Flesh and Blood, and I've been a mega fan ever since. You have to. No. Just get one of those button shirts, so that way you can rip the buttons off, and then you can button it back up for the next time, so that way you don't have to get a new shirt every time, like a baseball shirt or something like that. But where was I? What was I talking about? There's the topic I was talking about before I went on this tangent. This is why I'm really bad at storytelling, because I go, oh, I remember now. This is going to be fun for anyone to watch later. So what ends up happening is I keep telling people for years, by the way, as I was saying, I was a huge fan of lore things, everything from the Magic the Gathering one, I forget what they're called per se, but I'm sure I could look it up, and Noble. And I'm a big fan of lore, and I'm always like looking around for years, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain it in a second. But for years I'm going, hey, wouldn't it be great if Flesh and Blood had someone like that for them? And now I know I'm not doing the best job of it, but I've been trying to do that for Flesh and Blood by having my YouTube channel, which if you haven't checked, go follow me on YouTube. Same name and everything as my current Twitch channel. And I've just been recording the audio stories for Flesh and Blood. Now, I want to do some things... Yes, Mitch, I mean Legends of Runeterra. No. I want to do more unique things with Flesh and Blood. I'm sorry if you hear my Discord. I want to do some... custom things. I got to finish reading all of the stories, because I will admit what I've done. And I've said this to people in the past, where they're like, well, why do you know this about the lore? I go, well, because what I'm doing is... As my ADD goes, ADHD, I find it really hard to read. So I task myself with making a video about the lore, so that way I can understand it. And then eventually when I'm all caught up, which should be by the end of next year at this point, honestly, I can then go and do the things that I really want to do, which is write custom stories for the game, or talk about, not even custom stories, but like just talk about the stuff that's in between the lines, kind of like how Vadavidya does for Dark Souls, or Noble does for World of Warcraft. You know, we have the full story, and now we can move forward by adding context. And I think that's really awesome, and I know I'll never be on the same level as them, but at the same time, I can still do it because it's a fun pastime. It's something I enjoy doing, and I hope that if you have watched it, or if you stumbled upon it, that you've enjoyed it. And if you ever have any criticism about it, let me know. I need to know what I can do to make them better for everyone to enjoy it equally. But that is going to be it for me. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. I don't take Adderall, and that's my problem. Maybe not. Maybe he's out. I was gonna say we can go ahead and drop y'all all off at AgroBlaze's stream. But let me check to see his streaming schedule, because there's a chance he's not streaming tonight. He looks like he's sick, so let's all hope he feels better. But if you haven't checked it out, please go check me out on YouTube. It's St. Havoc, ST_Havoc, spelled with a K, because I'm dyslexic as well, which is hilarious that I read and I'm dyslexic. But I enjoyed all of you being here. I'm going to try to make it to Philadelphia this year, Worlds, but a lot of stuff IRL has come up. I've had some... Yeah, I know. I'm glad you all stopped by, though. I will be streaming again on Wednesday, hopefully. Other than that, I don't have any other plans for the week except for editing. Check out the new video if you haven't. Y'all have a nice rest of your day. Mr. Bones, I'm going to have to go bury him in the backyard. He doesn't look like he's doing too well, if I'm going to be 1,000% honest. His head's on backwards. But I'll make sure he's here for the rest of the month. It is the Halloween season. I am super excited. I'm going to make some plans for some fun streams, and I hope that today was fun. Talk to y'all soon. See ya. Bye.